Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Box, where we are talking about esports. I'm accompanied by DMT and also a special guest today. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, go right ahead.
Your new president is currently here. My name's Christian, DMT Wasta. It feels good to be back.
And what are you going to try to do as president from here on forward?
I'm going to see how fast I can destroy this club.
And we'll talk more about how you're going to do that later, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But we do also have a special guest here, if you want to introduce yourself.
What's up? Matthew Plasma Shark 4 Combs.
Plasma Shark 4.
Yes,
That's
the
not
4
the
is
last
very
name.
important.
4 is part of the gamer
Yeah,
tag.
yeah.
Yeah.
And alongside our, let's see, what do we want to call him? Our fearless leader, president. I'm going to be the
supreme
vice
dictator,
president.
DMT.
Soon to
Double
be.
meat taco.
Double meat taco. Can't go
So,
wrong with that.
I'm sure we're taking those positions on with some serious manners. But before we actually go into that, we had a big event this weekend, and both of you guys were the main people that actually made that happen. Me, I kind of watched it happen, and maybe next year I'll
You
actually be
participated
part
in
of
it.
I did participate in it too.
You definitely helped set up.
But yeah, tell me a little bit more. Maybe tell people that didn't watch it. What happened this weekend? What was it called? Whoever wants to take the wheel with this.
I mean, well, if you haven't seen the Nittany Invitational, then you're
You're living
missing
under
out.
a rock.
You're missing
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah.
Next year, we plan to get more teams to come out, but it was a successful event. It's our first ever in-person esports event. Now, some club members might disagree and say it wasn't our first in-person, but, renting out a few rooms and making it a bring-your-own PC type deal is not a LAN.
Yeah.
This is the first LAN.
Yeah. This was the
And-
most legit
yeah,
thing
I'd
we've
say
done.
so.
Yeah. An alumni hall of all places
Oh,
as
yeah.
well, which was pretty
Biggest
nice.
one there's ever been, baby.
So what games were there?
There was Overwatch, Rocket League, and League of Legends.
And do we have any idea of expanding it to more games next year, or are we keeping it?
That is all going to depend on how much money we can get from sponsors
Uh-huh.
to see how many teams we can, entice into coming
Uh-huh.
out and competing, as well as just what the general environment is. Seeing like if there are enough collegiate teams who would be willing to come out for those particular titles.
Oh, absolutely. And when we're talking about sponsors,
Dude,
is the chocolate milk going to be back?
chocolate
Ooh,
milk.
we're gonna
I
ask
would
'em.
love.
We're
I would
gonna
love for
ask 'em.
chocolate
Well,
milk to come on
surely.
back.
Yeah.
No, I drank at least 4 bottles of chocolate milk, and it took
Each
me
day.
it took me 3 days to recover. Probably, I was feeling pretty bad.
Dude, I'm still recovering from that.
Yeah, that was a
I
lot
had a
of
good
chocolate
sleep
milk.
schedule. Oh no.
Yeah, that weekend was very busy, but I'm not gonna lie, it was fun, especially meeting people from Texas. That was pretty cool.
Dude, I
Maryland
can't believe
people
they
coming
flew
around.
out.
That was
crazy.
yeah, that was a wild weekend. So who won at which games? I want to make sure we clear that up before
Okay.
we talk about too much of the future. Who won what? What would we want to change maybe? And anything else you would want to add about the future of the event?
The
Well,
main change that we want to make is
Yeah.
just getting more non-Penn State teams for
Uh-huh.
League of Legends.
Oh, yeah.
But part of that is just, not hosting it on Easter weekend. I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, just beginning our invitation process a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's true. And you and I, we played on the Overwatch team. We
And
won
we
that
won.
championship. Who won? We'll talk about that in a
Okay,
second.
sure.
But who won the other two? It wasn't a clean sweep for Penn State. I don't
Luckily
believe.
not. I would have been a bit worried about how people thought about the event if Penn State won
Yeah.
all 3. I mean,
Yeah.
League of Legends doesn't really count.
That's true.
We couldn't really get as many league teams as I
Who
wanted
plays
to.
League?
Yeah, who does that? Anyways.
Pop Draft would not be happy with that statement.
no.
Yeah.
But Ball State came out. They had a 7.5-hour drive.
7.5.
Ball
Wait,
State
where are they
game?
from?
7.5 hours away.
Is
Ball
it
State.
Illinois?
Somewhere around there. Somewhere from the Midwest.
Okay, yeah. It's 7.5 hours. Well, they came for a good reason. I mean, they
Actually,
won.
Dude,
It was a 4-3 series, right? In
exactly.
Rocket
And it
League.
wasn't just a 4-3. It was they had Penn State. Whoa. They had they had Penn State 2-0. Then Penn State caught up, so it was even, and it was
Yeah.
neck and neck all the way for the rest of that.
Yeah,
was
it was a
crazy
good game to
series of
watch.
games.
I looked back on it after the fact because during the game, I won't lie, I was playing Overwatch with the boys,
As you do.
as I should. But I look back at it, it was a pretty decent game. got some sub action in there too for the Rocket League team. There was a player there I hadn't seen, but they played well. It was a good match. It was fun, and I am kind of happy that it wasn't a clean sweep because it makes the event more competitive.
Oh yeah.
It's not like we're setting it up just for us to win. I mean, Overwatch, that's debatable, but the other two.
Not inviting Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
guys.
that's.
Listen, there's a difference between making it competitive and just making it a full sweep. And if we invited over Harrisburg,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
that just would have been a sweep.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been
So,
as fun.
exactly.
The event was more to let schools that don't get the chance to compete to travel and compete at a level that was close to where they actually felt they were. When I watched the Maryland versus Amarillo game in Overwatch, that was a 1-1 game.
Yeah.
Either one of those teams could have taken away that W.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that really I was actually so stoked to watch that game. To be fair, it wasn't the highest level of Overwatch I've ever seen in my life, but still it was very competitive. You could tell the players were happy to be there. The best thing was seeing Amarillo, even after that loss, leave their computers and they still had smiles on their faces. So in that regard, I think you both succeeded in making a very good event. And even for me, I think honestly this was probably the best LAN event the Overwatch team's been a part of. I don't know. Would you say that? I would say it was probably the most satisfying.
A bit biased, but yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, when you take off the headphones after we won, and there was actually cheering, and people were like, "Yeah, that was a good game." Yeah, that was the only time I think that's ever happened in Overwatch LAN.
Yeah, I think in terms of environment, we definitely have done better than any other event we've done.
And it'll only get better next year because it won't be
True.
on Easter weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Dude, we
I'm
got big
so
plans for
stoked
next
for next year. Sorry for the mic peeking now. I was probably a little bit too excited there. But I'm so stoked for next year. You guys don't understand.
It's gonna be good. I think in terms of the equipment and just problems that happen with the event, we've went to better run events. Honestly, probably just the one at Rutgers, CSCC.
Yeah.
Which was also run by Esports U.
True.
And we were in their esports facility room, so they had pre-set up PCs and chairs and the whole thing. So it's a bit unfair, but in terms of environment, yeah, I think we definitely are growing this Penn State environment, which you see during our football games and any of our sporting events that no other college can do in the esports field right now.
100%.
Harrisburg can't do this.
That's true.
Sadly, even though I don't want to,
I don't want to dog on them.
I don't want to. Yeah, they're all great programs.
Yes.
But they're not as big as Penn State, and they don't have the students to.
The location is just.
They don't have the location, and we have the students to back us up and to cheer along, or just to watch, which is something that is crucial when doing a LAN. I feel.
Yeah, 100%. The hype next year is going to be unmatched.
Oh yeah.
I'm super excited for it. But Plasma, I actually have a deeper question for you. What was this like being the first? Because this was the first LAN you've been a part of.
This
it's
is
the first one you
ever,
managed too.
Oh yeah.
Give me a little bit. Here's the thing. When you were at the LAN, when everything was happening, you kind of seemed just chill. I'm assuming the 2 months before that was not chill. I want to get a little bit of the behind the scenes because you don't get that in esports a lot. What was it like making your first event? What were the pressures? Because I know there were some pressures. I was at the dinner table sometimes when we were talking about the pressures. Tell me what it was like to actually, the first LAN event you've ever been a part of, and actually that time you were the one making it. What was that like?
Well, I mean, first off, I think it definitely wouldn't have been as much of like a if I had been to a LAN before and I had like that thought and that experience of like, oh, this is what a LAN is supposed to look like. I think I would have been like a little bit more intimidated, right?
Yeah.
If I was trying to be like, oh, I got to be as good as this one or better, right? This one I had zero expectations coming in, and I was just like, all right, this all looks good, I had my buddy DMT over here with me every step of the way, so he was like kind of our leading guide, being like, if we ever forgot about something, he was like, oh, in all these prior LANs, like Hugh Fest and that Harrisburg one, and PA Cup, right?
Yeah.
All these other ones, he was like, yo, we got to make sure we have this, and that. But a lot of it was just going through, dude, there were a lot of forms that we had to sign. There were a lot of forms.
How many would you say? 20?
I mean,
we're still working on them.
I mean, it's not like,
Still?
well, yeah, because we got to pay players. We have to sign forms to for the hub because we have to pay for the facility charges and all that stuff
Yep.
like that.
You have to pay for alumni hall?
Yep, it was
$3,000,
$3,000 to rent it out for
somewhat-
those 2
something
days.
like that.
You're telling me random clubs around campus just be like renting them out every weekend?
Yeah, man.
And they pay for it every weekend?
Yeah.
That is crazy. That
Which is awesome
crazy.
because you don't get this from other smaller schools. Like they don't have
That's
the
true.
money that Penn State does.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They may dedicate it to esports a bit more than us, but if you are a student that wants the funding, you can just ask. And
Yeah.
the chances of you getting it if you have a good enough reason, like we did with this event, is pretty high. And it's safe to say that our school has too much money almost. So we're gonna definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah,
So-
next year, bigger,
yeah.
better.
So what I'm getting out of this is that this LAN was the low point. It only goes up from here.
Only goes up.
And from my
Because
experience,
we had the low point on time, we had the low
Yeah.
point on money. Like there had been thoughts. I remember we were trying to set up. I wasn't involved in this particular one, but I know that there was an attempt to set up like a Happy Valley finale. Right, that was going to be our November event, and that one just completely fell through
Yeah.
due to like time or money constraints. And that's when Christian and I stepped in, and we were like, "All right, Nittany Invitational
it's happening.
this April. We got to make it happen." All
and
right,
you did. And you did.
and we did, man.
So
It still doesn't seem real.
yeah, no, honestly, like that whole weekend, I saw so many people
Oh, yeah.
that I've probably been playing with for like at least 2 years online from Texas, New York, Connecticut, Maryland.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
dude, it was so strange. It was like
Yeah.
in the blink of an eye, right? It was like I first like submitted the form, and then I blinked, and it was
was there.
and it was
Yeah.
happening.
But you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, it was fantastic.
And that's the biggest thing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about this event, it was a long event. There were not a whole lot of sleep, going into it.
Oh yeah,
But there were still memories. I'm sure you can think of at least 3. I want you to think your number one memory from the entire event. If you were to just off the top of the dome, what would it be? Tell me. I'd
can
have
go
to think a
first
little
if
bit.
you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have 2 bad ones because obviously, setting up the event, you got to always think of what went wrong
That's true.
going into it, and then I've got one actually good one. I'd say the 2 problems that we can go more in depth to were we had a problem with the monitor arms not getting here early enough, and Esports U was awesome though. They made a last-ditch effort, obviously, to drive halfway through with their boss, drove halfway through, and we drove halfway through. It took 5 hours to basically get these monitor arms because they forgot them in
Connecticut.
I
Yeah,
think,
that's where they're
something.
based in, I think.
it was a
and,
2.5-hour drive. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that thankfully only delayed the event by 2 hours, which
Yeah.
was kind of crazy. And I'd say the second one would probably be the worst mess up was the networking issues on stage.
Yeah.
Because we've had networking issues at LANs. If you
Q-Fest,
remember, well, Q-Fest and PA Cup with just bad internet. You
No
never wanna be
Ethernet on a
playing.
LAN. No Ethernet on a LAN.
yeah.
It's horrible, right? You don't want to be coming to an event, and the problem was it was only the stage PCs,
True.
and it was only one half of the stage PCs.
That's unreal.
So that is
Yeah.
one team at a significant disadvantage. Obviously, thankfully, it was league, and it doesn't matter as much because it's a bunch of Penn State teams,
Yeah.
and it wasn't
Yeah.
Juniata playing. But you don't want that to happen because then you can just play at your home and actually not disconnect. We would obviously, need to. That's something we needed to fix. My third one definitely would be that first map, Overwatch, us playing in the finals.
Yeah.
In the finals, definitely so much fun. Like actually having it be like a close match, 1-1 going into that last map. I was like expecting us to do much better than we did on that map. Not to say we did poorly, but to actually get
Oasis was not the pick. I should not have brought us to Oasis. I don't know what I was thinking. That is like the worst map to run on a Zen into a monkey comp.
Yeah.
But
regardless, we
Yeah.
pulled through, and that was so much fun. Just
yeah.
not having it be a steamroll by either team, and
Yeah.
also us winning was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. Plasma.
Obviously, seeing us pull out that win for the Overwatch Grand
Yeah.
Finals, that was just pretty cool in general. And I mean, yeah, just the experience of like watching it live and then seeing Penn State victory,
Yeah.
right, and everyone standing up and taking their head, just going crazy, absolutely wild. That was a high point.
Yeah.
And I also got to mention, getting interviewed on stream. That was pretty
That was
cool.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think this is gonna sound a little bit, it's kind of a sleeper, but I think the best moment was when we were doing setup at 5 a.m. and they brought out the boxes with all the lanyards
Yeah.
in it, and they were like, "All right, staff badge, here you go." And I was like, "Whoa,
It's real.
it's official, man!
It wasn't a dream.
It happened."
Yeah.
We got the badges to prove it. We got the signs.
I lost my
man.
badge, which kind of sucks.
I have 2.
We'll talk
Wait,
about.
don't
We can talk about this after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I have to talk about my favorite memory from the entire event. That's hard.
Speaking of memory,
Yeah.
homeboy rolling up seconds before he was on.
Yeah, we were about to have
was
to
pretty
forfeit
great.
our first map or something because the
We
two
wouldn't have
was
forfeited.
sleeping.
I would have subbed in.
Oh yeah, you would have been there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us. Yeah. I mean,
Still would have probably been the same outcome as a forfeit, but
I don't know. I think it would have been, who knows? Who knows where it would have been? I don't know. My favorite memory from the event. There's a lot of good memories. I don't want to be basic and say, oh, my favorite memory was us winning. It was a good
Yeah.
one. I will always remember that. With the Overwatch team, I think seeing Memory, he says he is so hungry that dude eats Panda Express and
Yeah, you have to explain this.
demolishes that.
Basically, Memory on our team, he's from China, hates Pan Express. 'cause it's not-
Absolutely
'cause-
despises it.
And rightfully so, because it's not
It's
Chinese food.
Americanized.
It's American Chinese food.
Right.
He said in the chat, I swear to God, the weekend before, he says, if you ever eat at Penn Express, I am never healing you.
Yeah.
The weekend of the day of the
Oh,
event,
man.
he is so hungry, he just takes Guts' or Rag's food.
Yeah.
Takes Rag's food, doesn't even let him eat it, and demolishes all the Penn Express.
Yeah, like it was gone in like less than 5 minutes. We were mid map, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
or like mid game. He's like, "Give me that shit right now."
yeah.
Destroys it. He's like, "I'll pay you back," and Max is like, "You're good, bro." Like, what was that?
He's like, don't keep that
Yeah.
away from me, man.
But that was definitely one of my fondest memories because it was just funny. I have a picture of it. I was like, "No way, this dude's eating Panda Express." I have like 3 pictures on my phone. Also, just like meeting everyone, like meeting people from Texas, meeting people like that was surreal, and that honestly made the victory on stage so much better. Cause like I like for example, I remember Kings Row. I got a 5 orb on the Zen up top.
Oh, yeah.
I get nanoed. I said, "Yo,
The
thanks,"
nano Zen.
and then I'm like, "All right, GG's guys, thanks, Memory." I walk in and I just hear like Kurobi in the back, "Yeah, let's go, Paz!" Like I could hear it through someone's mic. That was the funniest stuff ever. Like I don't know,
I have a video of He went crazy.
dude,
in the
they were all
stands.
going crazy.
I
They
have
were
a
so
video
funny.
of Kurovi after our first map win. He was very hyped.
Yeah,
Dude, half
and
the stands was just a Pez Swagger cheerleader.
that's so funny though.
Like,
Yeah,
It was funny.
it was
and,
great.
And because we had such a strong audience, like it was contagious to everyone
Yeah.
else too, which is such a big part of esports, which I really wish that it was easier to just get that. Like I understand esports is great because it can be online and people don't have to be in person, but being in person makes it so much better. I don't know how I could explain that to someone that doesn't really care for it,
Right.
but it's like being at a concert, like or watching the football game live at Penn State, and as opposed to watching it from home.
I think that is a good example.
Yeah.
Like you can watch the football game on TV, but when
It's
you're
not the
in
same.
person, surrounded by the fans,
Like whiteout game,
yeah,
surrounded by student
It's such a
section. It
massive
smells terrible.
difference.
It smells horrid. There's no space. Honestly, for any other game, it would be completely miserable. But there's something about being in person with a bunch of drunk college kids watching people play football. It could be the same thing for esports. I don't know about a bunch of drunk people watching esports, a collegiate level at that, but I don't know. Overall, I think that it was a good event. It was a good conversation as well. I appreciate you guys for just talking with me about that. I can't wait for next year. Trust me.
dude.
I have one
Cannot
other
wait.
thing to
Go
add
ahead.
on to what Plasma said earlier. So you were talking about earlier how you had obviously low experience with being in events and setting them up. So kind of just whatever, I took from my experience of going to events, trying to bring it here,
Mm-hmm.
getting the best of all worlds, because I feel like from the events we've been to, Hugh Fest had really good equipment.
True.
Rutgers had really good staff, and adding all these things together, kind of just you were complacent with whatever. But if there's mistakes and there's stuff that we need, you would get it done.
Yeah.
I've kind of like really enjoyed the process of these mess ups because next year, it's gonna just be feeling way better.
Yes.
We know what to expect.
Knowing what to expect, but also it's kind of like I put the same energy obviously into playing Overwatch, but getting better at even making events is a new kind of fun. It's really cool because we have the resources and the funding to do it. It's kind of like a sandbox of like, well, how do I make this better? How do I make the perfect esports event or the near perfect esports event? It's not something you get to do very often.
Yeah. Like it was crazy. You're in these meetings like at least once a week online talking to our people up in Connecticut. We had a guy in Hawaii.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
For like 2, 3, 4 months straight. And then, we'd be signing papers in person at the bank and
In
really
person
just
at the bank? I didn't hear about that.
dude, there's a room in the hub that's the bank, right? ASA.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we got a bunch of our money from, and then we had the
The
UPEC
bank.
meetings.
That's what we call it. Yeah.
That's what we call
I mean,
it.
that is what it is.
It is
Like,
what it is.
There
man.
was a lot of stuff that went into that, but it was so crazy. Like you kind of just do it, and then you kind of forget about it till you get the email, right? And then you get that email, you forward it over to whoever, and it felt oddly hands off. But
It's just getting the ball rolling.
Exactly.
It's the hardest part.
It was very, very odd. You didn't really feel like you were doing much, and then boom,
Game day.
game day.
Game
It went
day.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is you did a good job. Next year, the stuff that we had struggles with this year will go away.
Yep.
There's also going to be new challenges because we're going to have more teams.
Yes,
Figuring
sir.
that out as well. But we can wait on that. We can relish in this victory just a little bit.
Take the W. Take the W.
Yeah, I think it was a really good event, and I think it will set the precedent for future collegiate esports events, especially if they're multi-games. So
Yeah.
we should all be proud of ourselves as Penn State students. Anyone watching this that's from Penn State as well. We should all be excited for next year too.
Dude, I had somebody tell me after that was officially the biggest in-person esports LAN in Pennsylvania, and maybe even the entire East Coast.
I
So
think
how
it would be.
crazy is that?
What other? There's only
Well, there's Hugh Fest.
yeah, but Hugh Fest was online.
I don't think that's happening anymore. Or was it PA Cup?
PA Cup isn't happening for colleges.
PA Cup.
Hugh Fest was all online last year, and that's why we didn't do it. That's why we forfeited immediately. We're like, why would it be? It was Overwatch 1, and it was all online.
Wait, they didn't. Well, no, that would be this semester is when we did it last year.
No, last semester,
Last semester.
we didn't do it.
Yeah,
We FF'd.
We forfeited because I didn't want to play Overwatch 1.
And online.
It was all online?
Yeah, the qualifiers were online. And then only I think 8 teams, or not even that. I think it was 4 teams went to. Technically, this year of these 2 semesters, I'm pretty sure that's right. I think this was actually the largest
Wow.
LAN
That's
Invitational.
crazy, dude.
And honestly, next year we might take that title too
I
because
think we
so many
will.
different games.
Yeah.
But it ain't even about that. It's about creating good events for teams that don't get the chance
Absolutely.
to compete.
That
That's what
community
it's all
aspect.
about, and we delivered. And actually, all of this future talk kind of brings me to our next point. All of us here make up 3/4 of the e-board.
Technically 60%, but I'll
Wait.
give it to you.
There's 5 people on the e-board,
There are 5.
so it's you, me, DMT.
Yep. And then we've got our
Complex.
secretary, Runkalicious, and our treasurer, Complex.
True. So 60% of the e-board. Sorry about that.
Paz isn't too great at math. It's okay. We
Yeah, I
still
eat
love him.
crayons on the weekends. That's my business assignment. I have to eat chocolate brown this weekend.
Gotcha.
It's really giving me a hard time. Its texture's a little weird.
Yep.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard, man. Anyways, what are the big changes? We said we were gonna completely destroy the club.
That's the plan.
So what's your plan for total world domination with this club,
I don't
Mr.
think
President?
we've really gone into it. in terms of like the specifics of what we're gonna do.
I mean, I do think we want to keep a little bit of it, a little bit under wraps,
Yeah.
save some of it, some of the
substance,
surprise, some of the
yeah.
good stuff. So it's not like all out there, right?
I think that we can say that we're definitely gonna focus the club towards the event next year. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not going to be we know not much work gets done under a normal
Yeah.
year, and I we could run with that again, do the same formula of where pretty much the only people that are doing stuff are like graphics on Twitter,
True.
but that's just no fun, and it doesn't help us that much. So yeah, I think we're gonna definitely turn the club, make our student officers engage in the event, and grow it that way because it was a 2-man operation
True.
Yeah.
with some help from student volunteers. But if we get each person doing a specific task, it becomes much easier for us specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
also,
We had to jump through a lot of hoops, like, because we were bringing people in from the League of Legends club because that's they were the club that really footed the event,
Yeah.
right?
It was
so-
presented by
presented
League Club.
by them.
Yeah.
because our school's got some weird rules.
Yeah.
But like I had to sign some forms so that I could be on the e-board for the league club so that I could submit some
Yeah.
contracts or whatever. But then I couldn't sign some others, so we had to bring in other people from there, and it was this whole convoluted process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to say, because we don't want to bring too much out of the secrets that you guys have tucked behind the corner for next year, if you had one word to describe the future of this club, what would you
word.
say?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It's
I don't
based.
think I can top that.
Yeah.
Dang, real.
Maybe
We're bringing Mary Poppins into this joint.
super silicanovolcaniosis. I don't even
What
know
is
that
that?
word. I don't know. It's
Some
like
volcano
some magma
thing?
thing under volcanoes.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
That's an SAT word right
Yeah.
there.
Am I,
Put that in your vocab.
Here's a cool
is this
fact.
like a new crayon flavor?
Here's a cool fact. The headband that Phineas and Ferb's mom, Linda, wears in all of Phineas and Ferb is it's a headband showing support for anti-disestablishmentarianism. Yep.
So
as-
esports, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as you can see, I am avoiding the question because I don't know.
Gotcha.
Dude, I mean,
Hopeful.
just big,
Big.
just big.
Oh, I
So
like
so
that.
I have another
like
question
that
though.
word.
I have another question. We have an event for next spring,
We do.
Of course.
fall.
Oh.
I do have something planned for fall.
Or is that or should we wait on that?
can-
Are there any leaks?
I-
Any
I
leaks
can
for the
leak a little
commoner?
bit. There were some people who felt like, that this was very much not a very open event, right?
What do you mean by that?
It's
Like, it was-
exclusive to 3 games.
It was exclusive
okay.
to like 3 games, and
Uh-huh.
it was only like the best of our best teams.
Uh-huh.
And so for this fall, I want to make something that can include all of our community, right? Something that's open to more teams, so we can have more engagement overall. And who knows, man? Maybe the winning team gets a little invite to the Nittany Invitational. Like we could see a little bit more. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're suggesting is you know how Valorant does they do like
Dude, I don't know.
they do
anything
some
about
kind of
Valorant.
like and I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone from the Valorant division. They do like the in-house league that's all Penn State students, right?
So they actually copied that from the
League club. Yeah, I know they did that.
Yeah, PSULCS.
Yeah. So are you saying something like that league?
I don't know if I want to make it like a league thing, like
Yeah.
where it happens over the course of multiple weeks. But that is something we could look into.
Yeah.
But definitely there would be like a big online event.
Okay.
Just so we could have that
Scout
happen.
out the interests from
Exactly,
different things.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. Another question I have. PA Cup didn't happen this year for Overwatch.
Are we taking that over?
Are we planning world domination of Pennsylvania through the PA Cup
Well,
in fall?
well, let's be real. If we do a PA Cup, then we kind of have to invite Harrisburg.
That's
So,
true. No,
are
we
we gonna
would.
What
beat them
exactly
next
is the PA Cup? Because
Yeah,
I
what
just
is
hear
it?
about
Yeah.
It's pretty
this.
simple. It's just esports event with, I believe it was just Rocket League and Overwatch last time Harrisburg ran it.
I only remember Overwatch going to the Philly place.
Do we have to
League
take
of
it
Legends
over?
was there too.
League of Legends. That's what it was.
Or can
League of
can
Legends.
can we just have like Nittany Invitational, right? Can we make that the new thing?
I have no clue. It's up. It doesn't.
Well,
I feel
it
like-
seems
We'll
like
talk
we're
to some
figuring it
I feel
out.
like it's
We'll see
something
what's
I would
going
love
on.
to do if we can easily beat Harrisburg, which I think is even doable this semester. Their team is looking pretty fragile. Not to.
It's definitely.
Little bit of
Definitely,
smoke coming out. over
Hey,
here.
hey,
I was talking
it's-
with Memory, and Memory was confident we could beat them too.
Yeah, if it was a ball meta,
Wow.
dude, you can't tell me that if it was a Junker Queen meta, we
that's
would be
true.
cooked.
That's true.
We are not winning that.
That's not even just me though. That's just our team is.
That's just
terrible at Rush.
everyone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We would need a Queen. We need a Lucio.
Ooh.
We need a Brig. I mean, I can play Brig.
Dude, did you hear about these new Brig changes? Is the patch live?
That's yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Brig changes are live.
The freaking Overwatch 2 interlock
700.
shields.
Yeah, 700
Like,
health shield.
Straight out of the
AOE
animation.
stun. 300 health while in
Oh,
rally,
man.
and it's 100 of its armor. That's actually what I wanted to talk about next. We can talk about Brig changes. Honestly, I don't think they're that big. I don't think it changes the game that much. And
I
that's
just
just me
think it's
personally.
funny.
It's. I come in. I get my GM1. I leave.
Dude,
I
did
troll
you have
on
to play to get
multi-count.
GM1? I just started GM1.
I played like to make myself feel better. I played like 5 games. So I could rank up to get GM1.
So you started GM2?
No. I started GM1,
Okay.
and then I just played 5 games, and I re-ranked to GM1.
Yeah,
So I
just so
went-
you made sure.
Just so I was like, all right, we're not terrible.
Yeah.
And then I did DPS on my main account for
Uh-huh.
the first time in a while, and I got that in like 20 wins.
What's your main account? What is your main account? What would you consider your main account?
One of the greatest accounts known to mankind.
Bobby Shmurda?
DMT. Oh no, it's not.
No?
No, my main
That's his
account.
favorite alt.
Oh,
My
okay.
my main account DMT,
Okay.
and we can't be talking because they be banning people
Oh.
like on alt accounts. You know that, right?
So wait, you're just not allowed to have an alt account anymore?
I don't know, but Guts has been getting banned.
Scratch that. That's
Yeah,
not his alt account. That's
Yeah, no,
just,
that's just his brother's account.
Yep.
that
Brother's account.
his
he plays
brother's
quick
account.
play. No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't actually play on it all. It was just a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. for sure.
Regardless, my main account, the cool
Uh-huh.
one that I use on all my games,
Yeah.
I only played tank on that account,
Okay.
but I figured, you know what, might as well get my DPS up to GM1 because it's free.
Because why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I did that in 20 games, so that was fun, I
Yeah.
guess. I started like, I don't know, Masters 1 or something.
You're already, dude. You've been grinding.
I've not been grinding. I played 20 games, and I
That's-
won like,
Sounds like a little bit
all
of a
of them.
grind.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Hey.
If it works, man, he hit GM1.
I mean, I haven't been playing ranked
My man's
because I've been
for
playing
the
something
king.
different. I've been playing still Overwatch. I've been playing the new character Lifeweaver,
Lifeweaver.
and I can tell you this:
Tell us about it. What do you
I
think?
never want to play that character again. But I'm gonna force myself to do it because he's fun,
Oh, okay.
but he's so terrible. He might be the worst character they've
What's he
ever
do?
had. Nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he does things.
What's his kit? What's his kit?
So,
give me the. Give me
His
the
main
slow
heal
of it.
is this weird thing he can like charge up in his hand and like shoot at people for healing. Does 65 for a whole thing. It slows him down while he's holding it, and you can probably fire one once every like 1 or 2 seconds.
Okay.
But there's a tech to whatever. There's techs around that blah blah blah.
Of course.
His other fire, which you have to scroll your mouse wheel up for, which doesn't feel good for a lot of players. I think it makes it fun. Is this like Needler kind of thing from Halo, except it doesn't track,
Yeah.
and the spread is probably the size of this entire black box studio. Like the spread is insane. You're not hitting that thing from range, and each pellet does 5 damage a shot. You have 60 in one clip, so 5 times 60, what 300?
See, he does know his numbers. There we go.
Wow.
There
the
we
crayons, Maybe the crayons are helping. Wow. He has his right click. He throws out this weird lily pad pedal thing. It's not a lily pad. It's a pedal. Every 10 seconds that if someone steps on it, it
It's like an
pushes them
elevator.
up. Yeah, it's like an elevator.
that's
But you
cool.
can jump at the top and you get super high heights.
go. Oh, like the bounce pads, like in a
Fortnite.
Oasis.
Not like a bounce pad. It lifts you up. It doesn't
Gotcha.
bounce you up. That ability is really good. He has this dash ability that he gets every 5 seconds that
It's just
propels him forward.
Hanzo dash.
Yeah, but it does heal him for 30 HP immediately and starts his regen soon after. That ability's good. It's one of the only abilities that I think makes him somewhat fun to play because I get into that later. But his big ability, not the ultimate yet, but his big ability is his life grip, which he gets every 18 seconds, and he just takes someone and pulls him to his position. A friendly.
Friendly. Oh, so
So
reverse
it's like,
Jericho.
oh, he's
I like
trolling.
that.
Everyone thinks it's a troll. I don't think it's a troll. I think it's a fun ability.
I think that's really cool, actually.
It definitely creates some interesting levels of play, but the thing is,
Gone are the days of your backline Reinhardt.
now
You
are the
just yoink him
days.
back.
Now are the days of the backline
Oh,
Reinhardt. He
yeah,
can do
'cause now
that.
you
And
can
there's
just
no
pull him out.
repercussion.
Yeah.
He goes in, he gets a pick, you pull him right back out, and now you're poking again. But there's a reason why that doesn't work, and it's really upsetting. We can talk about that after we talk about his ultimate, which is the Tree of Life. I don't know if that's actually what it's
I
called.
think it is.
He places down this tree that immediately heals everyone in the radius 150 health, and then pulsates like once every 2 seconds, 50 HP.
Okay.
Really not that strong, but he gets it extremely fast, and you can break it. It also blocks like lines of sight, and it also blocks people so they can't walk through it. So you can actually place it in a choke. Let's say like the Reinhardt walks through a choke, you place the tree down, and the Reinhardt can't walk back. That's the funniest thing. But you can't break it. It's got 1,000 health. So here's my problem with Lifeweaver, all right?
Let's hear it.
His output is extremely low. Like, it's noticeably bad. Just as a perspective, the normal healing per 10 I usually get on a character is like around 8k to 10k. Usually that like for healing.
Let's check those stats. We got any stats here?
Yeah, John or whatever the dude's name, Jimmy.
Oh my
Jamie.
gosh.
Pull up Paz's
from the Rogan experience.
healing per 10 minutes. Put it on
the
the big screen.
The thing is with Lifeweaver is like my average per 10. I have like 10 hours in this guy now. It's like 6.5k. And that's on the high end. Like it's low. And the damage isn't that much better. It's like 2k per 10. Because it's so hard to like get damage done because the spread is so big. So the problem is, reasonably what I think you should be playing him as is your monkey jumps in. If the monkey jumps in and doesn't get a kill, that usually means you lose. Like that's kind of how we've been winning right now in D1. All these teams are trying to play the monkey comp, but they don't understand that if your monkey hard jumps in and doesn't kill someone, you lose because then I just discord him and he's dead. That's not a problem anymore with Lifeweaver because I can just pull him right back out. But the problem is when I pull the Winston right back out, I have to poke for all that time, and I don't do any healing. I don't do any damage. Why am I playing Lifeweaver? Tell me. Why don't I just go Kiriko? Which, by the way, Suzu, do you know that ability, that the milk
teleport.
thing? The milk thing?
Oh, no, like
that makes you invincible? That's on a lower cooldown than the life grip.
Yeah.
Lower cooldown. It can hit multiple people. It heals. It boops. What was Blizzard smoking?
I would have
I
expected
want some
it
of that
to be
stuff.
like similar to her teleport.
Yeah, so
if
the
anything.
idea is that you can just, instead of like, okay, so one idea is you pull him out every time he dives. Or
Right.
you can just go Kiriko and TP in, immortality,
And just
then
go
you
all
keep
in.
going.
Right.
And just go all in
So you
because
don't reset.
there's no reason not
So-
to. Because the thing is like Lifeweaver almost wants to make the game like a double bubble before, where it was like we're just poking,
Right.
we're getting nano. He hard engages in. If he gets a pick, cool. I pull him back. It makes the next jump easier. That's his whole thing. But in order for him to do that, he would have to do damage or do healing. But he doesn't do that. He does air.
Yeah,
Cosmetic,
You're
you
could
also
say.
forgetting that they messed up on the kit a bit, in which his double dash, his dash
Yeah.
is okay. You have to cycle between healing and damage.
Yeah.
Which takes off a bit of your total
It does
output,
it does, yeah.
and it makes the hero a bit clunky to play.
Honestly, it doesn't feel as bad when you get used to it, but the first part is true in the sense that you're not going to be able to
Can
transition.
you like hotkey that transition? Like 1 and 2?
Well, you can.
1 and 2, yeah, but it doesn't feel
You
good.
can, but it's
Okay.
just easier, like how most heroes are, where left click is damage and right click.
Yeah,
hero.
which I don't know
Much
why they
easier.
didn't do that.
Anyways, what they should have just done is he has a Hanzo jump.
Yeah.
Just make it double spacebar, like it usually
Yeah.
is. But
And they are looking into actually fixing the control aspect of it. But here's the thing, even if you can fix the control aspect, he's still doo-doo water. He's still doo-doo meat
It
bad.
doesn't have the numbers.
Like no numbers whatsoever. And Usually that's not that big of a problem, but the problem is the way his utility functions, he needs to rely on those numbers.
Yeah.
So what I propose is have it so that the heal either heals like a little bit more or charges a little bit faster. So it's a little bit more. I'm not saying like big, because big is what we get a Kiriko situation again. That's when we, whatever. I think his dash should honestly heal his teammates around him.
That's
Like the
interesting.
30
Something
burst.
I
that'd
don't
be-
like about these new heroes. Kiriko was okay,
Everything is movement now.
but no, not really. I think in general these heroes with weird abilities like
Yeah.
Junker Queen Shift,
Ramatra's, he's got like 8 abilities.
Ramatra's kind of the same, but I don't like abilities where you get something for just pressing a button and it comes out of nowhere. So if you have a kit like Ana, right?
Yeah.
In order to heal yourself, you have to either, well, in order to use your nade, you either choose to heal yourself or anti the enemy team. All of her abilities make sense in a world where like she has a utility belt and then she uses that to do stuff. Stuff like Lifeweaver, where if you just double jump and that heals you, and that could heal other people around you, and it does it instantly, and they can tweak with this stuff. It's kind of weird because I feel like you're forcing a character out of creation. You're not really like making a utility belt. You're just creating a hero that's kind of like, I don't know, just is prone to be broken.
Yeah, it's either going to be really good
really
or
terrible.
completely terrible.
Yeah.
That's a problem they've had ever since Junker Queen.
That's the same with Junker Queen. Junker Queen has
Yeah.
her shift, which it just, she shifts, makes her faster, and gets her health. Where is she getting this from?
Yeah.
It's
You,
just
you want it to have
there.
like an in-lore reason.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
it. Because I honestly think that kind of nerfs the hero and makes them well-rounded. The same with her ultimate. When her ultimate is too strong, it's crazy. She just has 100 anti-nades that come out from the side of her and anti everybody around her. Who gave her that? That's honest thing to anti people.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
I don't know. Because I remember when Junker Queen got announced. I don't know if we were playing Wizard 101 with Kurovi. I don't know if we were, but I remember the first day I said this character's either going to be completely busted or completely terrible. There's no in between, and they've had that problem with every single character they've released.
Dude, you can make that argument for everything since Brigida, I think.
Yeah,
I guess.
to an extent.
Well, I mean, but
These
you've had
characters
characters-
even more so though.
You've had
Yeah.
characters like Ball that come out, which has been broken and whatnot, but I like his utility belt, obviously, because
Yeah.
it's
Because he's your main.
well, he's my main. But it's a fun utility. He's
Christian's
easily
a
one of the
ball
more fun
enthusiast.
utilities
He's
in the game.
100% a fun character to play against and with. Okay, that's a hot take. A lot of people.
And I
get
think
that.
he has been
I don't know about
relatively. I
against.
mean, other than like end of Overwatch 1 when he was, meta with Shanghai Dragons, I think he's been pretty like he's been on the edge of really good. He
Yeah.
hasn't been the best in Overwatch 2, but he's playable. That is like the perfect, that's the perfect middle of the line that you want for a character, as opposed to, well, Kiriko comes out immediately broken.
Yeah.
Junker Queen comes out terrible, then broken, then terrible.
Yeah, and it's a complete
It's
cycle
complete
back and forth.
back and forth, and
Yeah.
it's whatever they want to do when tweaking those numbers, which I think goes back to that kit.
Yeah,
I mean, I think a problem just in general with the whole model that they have of this game design is, always pumping more heroes, more abilities, more kits into the mix, is that balance, just overall game balance.
dude, they
is the
didn't have an
first thing to
idea of
go.
what balance was. They lost what that was ever since Brig. I don't even know.
Like, it's proper balance turns into power creep, turns into everything gets nerfed.
Yeah.
And it's just this cycle. And it just,
I think the
It's not my job to
Just do
fix it.
less.
It's my job to play this
Yeah.
game and give them data that they will inevitably mess up on and make the game worse.
I think the only thing that is left to do is just go.
Pray.
Well, that and also just go full League of Legends. Release 100 characters. so
That's
that-
their plan.
That there is no meta.
yeah.
I think honestly that will be when this game, if they even get to that point, say they like still have enough money to last that
Yeah.
long, then I think that's at which the game will be like, okay, it's kind of like in a Rainbow Six type thing where
True.
you ban the most OP heroes by nerfing them in
Yeah.
Overwatch's case, but in general, there's just so many characters to choose from that it doesn't really matter.
Everything's broken
So just
Just
play any of them.
abuse the broken thing harder than the other dude
Yeah.
abuses his broken thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. When I see Lifeweaver, I think he'll be fun. I think he's a lot like Mercy in this way that he helps people. He just helps usually tanks do their things and be a little bit more aggressive. Do I ever think he's going to be good? I'd rather see him be on the lower level of meta than higher level because that's just going to be obnoxious. But like you guys said, there's so many problems with this game. We are just hoping that PvE saves it because I'm excited for that.
Dude, I was so excited. Dude,
And then they keep pushing it back.
there's this one screenshot that I saw. It was the Reinhardt skill tree. Sorry, big
Yes.
Reinhardt player, by the way.
Yeah.
It was
Retired Reinhardt player.
He's retired.
He will come back.
I hope
Just
so.
retired for now.
For now, maybe. We'll see.
He'll come back
Currently,
for
I'm free.
PvE.
Oh, for PvE.
That's what I'm
maybe.
saying.
Maybe I'll download it again.
No, you will download that again. I know you will.
Okay, maybe.
You saw that
I
skill
know
tree, you
will.
were hooked.
I know you will.
Dude,
You were hooked.
listen, Honor and Glory, such a fantastic animation. But when they hovered over that ability that said like it was like Baldric's last stand, I was like, that's it. I'm in. I gotta play the PvE.
I'm buying it.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It was a good short. I think Dragons was the best short. I don't know.
Dragons.
I think
You don't know Anyways.
Dragons is the one with the
Hanzo,
Hanzo,
Genji.
two dragon players.
That one was so
Anyways,
good.
I think we need to move on from Overwatch because I can only take so much of this.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of agree with you, but you know,
There's more
you
Overwatch
say
than I've had in
that,
the past 3 months, man.
you say that, but we're getting to the point where it's the question we've promised ourselves to ask every single person on this podcast.
What's that?
Plasma,
What's up?
peanut butter on a burger. What do you think?
That's such a wild
Isn't
like.
it?
But have you ever
question.
tried it?
No, I haven't.
But you
Why?
don't need to because it's so unfathomably stupid.
That's not even something that you even consider.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Right? That's like some.
Have you ever been to Field Burger and Tap?
No, I have not.
You need to go there. You need to get yourself a milkshake, s'mores, or salted caramel pretzel. That's pretty
Okay,
good.
Okay.
You need to order yourself the Shrews Burger.
The shrews.
I actually
burger.
have a picture.
Listen, I'm a big fan of,
So-
of peanut butter. I'm a big fan of burgers. But putting the two together, like
You
that
don't
seems
know until you
downright
try.
heretical.
You
All
gotta
right?
be like Echo, and you gotta try anything once.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know.
He's like, that you are not cooking.
I don't know. It's
Dude,
not happening.
okay. You know what, then?
Maybe.
We'll go to something that maybe we
We'll
can
check
all
it out
agree
on the
on.
weekend.
Maybe something we all have at least had. Creamery ice cream. I see you devour your coconut chip.
Dude, people
Is
be
that really the
sleeping
number
on
one?
Coconut. I don't know.
I do like coconut.
There's no
I'm-
way you
I'm a
guys like
big fan of
coconut chip.
coconut. But see,
I've never tried it, though.
coconut chip.
Do you not like
It's
coconut?
also
It's all right.
partially that like you have like vanilla ice cream, right? And you have chocolate
good.
ice cream, right?
Yeah, it's
but
very
these are flavors that are like everyone has, right? And I never had like coconut ice cream before.
That's true.
right? And so it's like that rarity that like makes you be like, oh,
That's
this is
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Okay, but here's the thing. I raise you a new question. If you want those novelty ice creams, what about grilled stickies? What about monkey business? Have you ever had monkey business?
I don't think I've had either of them.
Huh?
Honestly,
Huh? Huh?
I'm more of a soft serve guy anyway.
You always say
Okay.
that. You
All
always say
right.
that. You
Get this
always
guy
have
outta
the
here.
no.
It's not an uncontroversial. It's not a controversial take. It's so normal.
Okay, soft serve
I
is
think,
good, but soft
honestly-
serve is like it's factory made. It's not even real ice cream, bro.
Yeah. So what?
Creamer ice cream is like world renowned.
Okay.
Like my Rabbi Bill Clinton went to the creamery. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but here's the thing. I think it might even be a Maryland thing because a lot of my friends from Maryland like soft serve over.
That's
regular ice cream.
Ocean City, Maryland.
No.
That's Core Bros, man.
Here's the thing.
What flavor
Of soft
of
serve?
soft serve?
Dude, honestly, any.
Okay, but like
This
no,
man's
no, no,
getting
no,
soft
no,
serve. He's
Except
not
for
even getting the
chocolate.
twist.
I don't
like orange sherbet. That's like the go-to.
That's good.
That is
Yeah, but
very
you can
good.
get that in
all-
like actual
Yeah, but here's the thing.
actual ice cream.
That's true.
So I honestly am down for anything.
Okay.
I think they're honestly too similar as opposed to not soft serve.
So wait, you're gonna say soft serve is better than Penn State ice cream?
Yeah,
Okay,
in
man.
general, yeah.
I do like soft serve. I really do enjoy it. But to say that's
It
egregious.
has a time and a place.
Yeah,
I will say.
like I'm walking on the boardwalk.
I think it has a time and place for me in more scenarios than just.
Yeah, but like you're sitting down, right? You just walked into the dining hall, or it's a hot day. You're looking to just get some like actual ice cream, and you have the choice between Penn State Creamery ice cream in those giant servings, right? Literally the size of like somebody's head.
Yeah.
Or soft serve.
Yeah.
What are you picking?
I really mess with like soft. I go to McDonald's so much for their cone of ice cream.
So what if their ice cream machine's broken?
It's
What do
never
you do?
broken. It's actually the only McDonald's in the world that has had an ice cream.
So in Maryland or at Penn State?
No, the one here, the one on College Avenue.
Wow,
You heard it here first.
I've never been
folks.
in that McDonald's ever.
It's not the best place to be, but their ice cream.
You better
machine-
try lightly. They might be your sponsor for next year's event.
Maybe.
McDonald's.
Well, I'd be down with that. 'cause
I
their
wouldn't
ice
say
cream
no
is-
to a McDonald's sponsorship.
Dude, they're chocolate chip cookies though.
Are so good.
So fire. Have
Dude.
you ever had them?
You
Fire.
can get 13
For like 10
$4.
bucks.
No, $4.
Four?
$4.
I'm sorry.
How big are these
Sorry, you're gonna have
cookies?
to edit
They're
that one
pretty
out.
big. They're like this big too.
Dude, we might have to make a cookie run after
Oh,
this.
well, they're not open right now, but they're.
How are they
Actually?
not open?
No, it's
Aren't
just
they
they're-
open
they
like
close
2
at-
a.m.?
Oh, you can order them on the app and have it delivered, but they close at 10 in store. Anyways, here's the thing.
10?
Okay, yeah, they close at 10 p.m. on College Avenue. You can.
Yeah, I know more
they're not-
drunk people in there probably.
Yeah. Anyways, they're cookies. If you just get one or two, they may have them like previously made, so they're gonna be just regular cookies. But if you get 13, they obviously have to make them fresh.
Baker's dozen.
They-
Yeah, that's what we did for the
They
Rutgers.
They
thing.
don't even, dude. It's just a cookie. They put it in an oven. It's not like microwaved or anything. It is good.
It's good. Like 100%. I swear by McDonald's cookies. They're good.
Yeah.
I remember ordering all those cookies and watching the Overwatch League Grand Finals with the boys.
I'll watch. Yeah, I'll get 13 and
13. That's such a weird number.
It's
it's
Baker's
the
dozen.
most you can get.
Yeah, but like, why one more than a dozen?
I think.
Probably so they have like an extra, right? Like if you make a really bad scoop on like one particular cookie and it comes out like crazy misshapen, you got a backup. That's my guess.
I don't know if I guess
That's
so.
my guess.
Maybe the profit margins, they're not adding up. You know, the crayon that taught me math,
yep.
It's not
Math.
not
flavor.
reg-
What do they
registering?
call that? They call that. It's obviously Baker's dozen is 12, but they call.
No, Baker's dozen is 13.
Oh.
Then it's
Oh, then it's the baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, then a dozen is 12. That's what it is. Then.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what-
that
that's
that,
what they
that
do.
makes a lot more sense. Now this actually segues perfectly into the last question I have.
Last question.
Food chains. Food chains.
Food chains.
What are your top? So mine I said last time was Panda Express, Potbelly,
Oh my god.
Popeyes,
Oh my God.
some good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I've
We
never
have
heard
to
of
ask every
Potbelly.
single person that's on this podcast the peanut butter on burgers, the ice cream from the creamery, and your top 3 fast food chains. There
fast
is
food
a right
chains.
and wrong answer.
Listen, I've said it before,
Well, you just
and I
said
know you don't
3
agree with
wrong
me here,
answers, to be honest.
but I think Five Guys has a really solid fast food burger.
Okay, but are you not? They have good food.
Yep.
Are you
They're
not
pretty good.
discouraged by the price? It is $10 for a burger.
But you get so many fries.
Those fries are kind of bad though.
Okay, that's just a wrong opinion, though.
Dude, you think Five Guys fries are good? Those are like the worst type of fries.
But you get so many of them.
Yeah, I get more of the thing I don't like.
Okay, all right, that's
How is that
understandable.
good? How is that a based take?
That's fair.
I
That is
don't want
fair.
that. They're like potato skinny. Ugh. Now McDonald's fries, I can get behind that.
McDonald's fries are pretty good.
I'm so confused.
McDonald's fries, dude, they're like the perfect vessel for
No,
just
no.
channeling as much salt into your stomach as possible.
In terms of all
as
the
much
fries
as
that are
fast as
available,
you can
right?
get.
McDonald's is known to be the 5 out of 10 fry. It's the average fry.
The 10 out of 10 fry. Everyone loves McDonald's fries.
No, it's the 5 out of 10 because there are fries better than it and there are fries worse than it. But
Name a fry better than it.
If you say Five Guys,
I was
man,
about to say.
I might come over there and slap you across
What's-
the
what's
face.
the 10 out of
I
10
think
fry?
crinkle cut fries are better. I
Dude,
think
get this
curly
man off the
fries
cast.
are better.
Get him off.
Yes, dude, you're so wrong. I'm showing this to all my friends, and they're gonna be so mad at y'all because you have such bad takes on this.
All right, listen. My perception of crinkle cut might be skewed because public high school. Those lunches
those are
every
so
day.
dry.
It was always crinkle cut fries.
So
Have
dry.
you not had? They have crinkle cut fries at the Raising Cane's, or do you not think those?
Okay, those are.
I've been there once,
Okay,
like
they're
maybe
okay.
last year. That was my only.
I
time
think
there.
okay. Here's the reason why it's better than the 5 out of 10 McDonald's fry. The McDonald's fry is the standard of fries. There are things that you can do to a fry that make it better. There are things, in my opinion, like the waffle fry from Chick-fil-A, which I think are
You think
not
that's
as good.
worse?
I think it is a bit worse.
Bro, what?
It's
don't
good
like it
in
as
the
much.
sense
think
that you
Chick-fil-A
can
has
shovel-
the S tier fry.
You can
No, I
shovel
think-
as much sauce and goop onto there. Like
Sure.
that's
Sure, but I think because of how big it is, I think it gets colder faster.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely like there's a
eat your
lot more
damn
to
fries,
hold.
man.
There's a lot more to hold.
Just
There
eat
is-
your damn
and-
fries.
and
It
you
is
get-
like a good like shovel
and
fry.
you get less per serving because they
That
take
is
up
fair.
more. They take
Dude,
up
that
How
more
do
is
y'all
space
be
easily.
thinking about this? I pick up fry.
No, but like a crinkle.
That
for
was
instance,
pretty
a
good.
curly fry and a crinkle cut fry, I think, are better than McDonald's in most cases.
Curly fries are
Okay.
good.
Because-
Curly fries are good.
Because you're doing something to the base fry, which is just the McDonald's fry, that tries to make it better in one way or another. I don't know, you crinkle it up or you
So is
curl
it just
it
the
up.
shape that you're
It's
talking
not
about
just the
here?
shape. I think in general, the shape though adds to if it's better.
Okay, dude,
better
smiley
taste.
face.
Chick-fil-A
fries.
has the best
Smiley
fries.
face
I'm sorry, no,
fries pretty
Chick-fil-A
good.
has the best fries, and I'm dying to
Chick-fil-A
know.
is also on my top 3, just as
Okay,
a whole
well,
chain.
so what are your top 3?
I don't know about the order because I haven't really thought
Okay,
about
yep,
this.
but I want to hear the top 3.
But definitely Five Guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna put Chick-fil-A up there.
Okay.
Oh,
Please have a
man.
good take. Please have a good take. I'm praying for your. I'm not praying for your downfall. I'm praying for your rise
you
up.
can't be talking like this.
Let
when
him cook. Let him
you have
cook.
lived in
Let him cook.
Lingelstown your entire
Let
life.
him cook.
I haven't heard. What is the word? Lingelstown. It's not even close to any other town that I know of. Lingelstown
Let
is in the middle
him
of nowhere.
I have never heard
Cook.
of that. I have never heard of Lingelstown. That's fair. Oh man, dude, I really don't be eating fast food that much.
But if
Like,
there
the
wasn't
only
number
places
3,
that I would ever go to, like the ones that are like nearby in my hometown, are always McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Wendy's. Like those would be the chains that we would cycle through for fast food.
but what's number 3?
Number 3?
I know he's going to say.
It might just be Wendy's, just because that's the
That
only
is
one that I
based.
can think of.
That is base.
Dude, they're
Wendy's
they're-
is so good.
Where are they?
so good.
Frosties, I think
their
they're.
chicken nuggets are better than McDonald's chicken nuggets.
100%.
I've
100%.
had the
Dude.
fries in a while.
Have you
The
ever
Frosties
been
are
there
what's up.
recently? $5 biggie bag? Oh,
Wait, but second,
What,
$6
what are these
biggie bag?
words that
you
just
are
came out of your
biased
mouth?
because you have a Wendy's right next to you.
I've
dude,
never
it's so
heard
fire.
that.
I can just be like, man, I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some Wendy's.
What is a $5 biggie
A
bag?
$5 biggie bag, you get a chicken sandwich, you get a 4-piece nugget, a small fry,
For
and
$5?
a small frosty.
That's
Okay, I'm
$5.
hooked.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
Dude,
we're
we gotta
going
make the
tonight.
rounds.
When do
We
they
gotta
close?
make the rounds.
Oh,
They're
they
probably
probably closed
closed.
already.
What's up?
We gotta make the rounds.
Dude, I'm telling you,
we
every
hit the
time we have a
McDonald's
D&D
for
session
the,
at
for
my
the
place,
cookies, we hit the Wendy's after. Get some, dude.
$5.
five,
is
or
crazy.
the $6 biggie bag, you upgrade that chicken
$6
sandwich.
biggie bag.
You upgrade that sandwich, you put some bacon and cheese on it.
Okay.
No way.
For one
Okay.
extra dollar.
That's crazy.
I don't
actually.
usually do that though, because the bacon low key be kind of ruining it.
Oh, okay. On a chicken,
That might
wait,
be
is it
the
on a-
hottest take
is
that
it on
I've
a
heard.
chicken
How does
sandwich?
adding bacon ruin something?
It's on a chicken sandwich.
I'm not that big of a yeah, it's not a chicken
Oh,
sandwich.
then yeah, that makes sense. I can understand it doesn't ruin it on a burger ever, but on a chicken sandwich it can.
Maybe.
I'm not a big bacon. I like bacon. I'm not like the dude that's like baconator, put it on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that good.
What are your top 3?
Oh, these might have changed.
What were your previous top 3?
Okay, I remember because I made the thumbnail for this. Panda Express was S tier number 1
Okay.
because I was like super health fanatic and I'm like, I need protein, I need to hit my macros. Which I still want to hit
Panda
my
is kinda helpful
macros,
for that,
but I mean, you know, it was Panda Express. I think it was Potbelly.
I've never heard of this.
Have you ever been to Philadelphia?
Yeah, but like I don't live there.
I don't live there either, but when we went to Temple for like this high school music competition, there was a Potbelly there, and they make really good sandwiches and shakes.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't really feel like fast food, but it's good. It's good stuff. I think Popeyes was my other one. And you know what? Okay, the more that I eat at Popeyes,
Yeah.
here's the thing: when Popeyes hits,
Yeah.
oh my goodness,
I don't think I've
that
ever
sub
eaten a Popeyes.
Yeah,
hits.
but
Ooh,
who likes to take-
KFC.
Who likes
No.
to, no, that's not true.
You guys don't like KFC?
You can stop it right. You can stop it at Wendy's, and we will not disown you.
No, but how you go to Popeyes and just take a 50-50 chance because either half the times it's true, I go to Popeyes and I walk out like a champ and I feel like my day is better. Other half of the time, I am in a constipated. I go home crying, or I walk in and someone drive-by shooter possibly kills me.
Depends on the Popeyes.
They
you
don't
go
have to
choose
cut
their best
that.
locations. Is all I'm saying.
So here's the thing. You learn this at Memory's house. I'm a gambling man.
He is a gambling
I'm
man.
a gambling man.
He's a gambling man.
I don't know. Popeyes is good. It be hitting sometimes. It also just sometimes doesn't hit. Now here's the thing. What would replace Popeyes for me?
It's gotta be. I mean, Chick-fil-A is always a solid bet.
It's solid. It's consistent.
It's a consistent. It's. I mean, you are a gambling man, but if I ever go to Chick-fil-A, I'm usually getting something good, and it's not gonna hurt me in the morning.
Honestly, I might have to just stick with
Oh
Popeyes
God.
or Wendy's. Honestly, Wendy's.
Wendy's is pretty good.
I like because Wendy's isn't as expensive as Popeyes anymore either. Popeyes be jacking up their prices, but Wendy's their chicken sandwiches always hit too. I'm a Wendy's enjoyer. Wendy's has the best.
Okay.
Wendy's has the best social media account.
Dude,
on
I was
Twitter,
about
too.
to say, as soon as you said, dude, Wendy's social media goes,
Actually so
goes
fire.
ham.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. We always be talking about what the best food chains are. Let's see what we can talk about the worst fast food
Oh,
chains.
dude, I have this one.
Go ahead.
It might not be a chain, right? So this was, I was going on a road trip out west, right? And it was this place somewhere in the Midwest.
It's
all
gonna
right?
be called
I
like
think
some like
it
Joe's
was
Burger.
this like cafe place, right?
Oh
It
hell
was called
no.
like Oh Shucks or whatever. Oh Shucks Cafe.
Oh shucks.
And we should have known by the name of that, but holy,
Oh shucks.
Dude.
It wasn't good.
food was like incredibly late. The only reason I think my parents were telling me that I had the best meal out of it just because it was a burger, right? Like everything else, like you would expect to be good from a cafe, wasn't. Like it just wasn't it. Failed to deliver on everything.
So
I was
that's
I
that's
think
down.
that might be the worst.
All right. Any others that you can think of that are bad?
Fast food chains. I really can't think of
I'd
any.
say,
You seem to have an
I
opinion.
guess I'd say Subway.
Whoa.
It's pretty bad.
Out of all of the fast food chains, like it's not the best, but out of every fast
It's
food
pretty
chain,
terrible.
every fast food
And the
chain,
prices have gone up.
Dude,
Yep.
I'd never even considered Subway as a fast food place.
Are you kidding me?
are you saying that's in your top three?
They have the most stores. Like not like this
Yeah, but it's not like something like you walk in and
We're gonna
like it's
we're gonna
like
bunch
that
together
greasy
fast
stuff.
food and fast
You count,
casual.
Like Chipotle is fast food.
I have never eaten at Chipotle.
It's fast casual.
It's definitely fast food.
It's fast casual. It's owned by McDonald's, and they literally call it fast casual.
What?
It's the only thing I'm supposed to know as a marketing student. Let me have this victory.
Fine,
Okay,
fine.
okay, he's
But
got
I'm
it, he's
still
got it,
counting
he's got it.
as a fast.
Oh, it's still a fast food.
Okay, it's fast food that I don't like. Their prices have gone up. If they had
Chipotle?
no, Subway.
Subway.
I would think they're fine, but let's be real. More stores, like even McDonald's now, have gotten healthy options on their menu, right? Salads and stuff. Chick-fil-A has salads and wraps
Yeah.
that you can buy as opposed to Subway. Subway has also taken down their $5 footlong, which was their best deal, and now it's like $7-8 for a footlong, which is terrible. And it's mediocre, it's mediocre food. It's just
Mid.
bad. It's decent ingredients.
Really?
Decent protein, bad
I
toppings.
think it's fine. I think it's like
no,
middle
it's
of the
a
pack.
last option I'm going to. It's the last option, yeah.
Where would you go instead if you want like a Subway type sandwich?
I'd literally go to the
dining hall.
Yeah, to the dining hall.
Well,
for that
yeah,
stuff
like
there.
I know we have a.
But what
good,
if the
like,
dining?
hall
Yeah. What if we
option.
didn't have a in the pickle? What if we didn't have it in a pickle?
They're like Jimmy John's is better.
Never had
Also
that.
terrible for you.
It's a sub.
It's even worse for you than Subway somehow.
It's a sub.
That's true.
And also, I don't care because we're talking about fast food. So
That's true.
Jimmy John's, and there's one other. There's one other that I'm forgetting. That's better. Basically, there's
Firehouse subs.
Firehouse subs is also
Actually,
decent.
holy shit, I've never had that. I've never had a Jimmy John's sub or a fucking.
I've never heard of either of these places.
Oh,
way-
almost slipped there.
Either way, literally, it's not like. All I'm gonna say is Subway has the most stores out
True.
of any fast food place.
Yeah.
And the reason why their quality control has gone down so bad is because their own stores are so close to one another that it's literally driving each other out of business.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the whole Starbucks problem.
Exactly.
Where
We
yeah.
literally have two Subways on College Avenue, I think.
4.
We have 4?
There's one on the east side, one on the west side, a couple in the middle.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's actually 4, but I think it's up there. I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah, I know we at least have
I know we
two,
have at
and that's
least 2.
already too many.
Yeah.
And which is just going to drive down.
I mean, we could talk about Starbucks. That could be
quality.
too many too, but
I know it's going to raise the prices. It's not good.
yeah. My take is Burger King is just so.
That's
terrible.
also terrible. That's
That
a
is like
really
the
good
worst
one.
food.
That is fair.
That is a really
That's
good one.
Thank God
a
you
good
guys.
take.
We
That's a
can
good
all
take.
at least believe Burger King. What is that food? Roy Rogers
Never
on the
heard of that.
Turnpike.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty terrible.
Sonic, I don't like that.
I don't
much.
mind it. It's better than Burger King. It does destroy your gut
What
though.
about
Taco
Hardee's?
Bell.
Hardee's is terrible.
I don't even want to look at that food. I don't even
had
want to
Tim
try
I
it.
personally don't
No.
like Boston Market.
Whoa, hey now.
I've never had that. I've never
I
had
don't
that.
like
So you
Boston
guys are
Market.
fighting on your own.
Whoa.
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's bad. I don't
Dude.
know.
Yeah, I think it's not that good.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
have
We can,
only fond memories from Boston Market. You walk in there, you get a chicken breast. No, not even just a chicken breast. You get an entire chicken,
You
right?
can at Subway.
Pumped
not Subway,
full of all that grease, that butter, that fat, all that goodness
feel
that just
like we've had
puts
to
so
talk about
much
this
flavor
before.
into that. And then you get the mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is
Oh
that good.
my.
That's
And the
so good.
biscuits. Ooh.
biscuits.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, Boston Market, that is up there.
That's okay, dude. That's okay if you disagree.
Boston Market's up there.
Oh, what do we think about Noodles and Company? I haven't had that in a minute.
I remember the
I might have been there
first,
once.
the first time I went with that. Most recent time I went there with. Whoops! I went there with you. If you
Yeah.
remember. That was the last time I had that.
I think that was the last time I had it too. I really like Noodles
I
and
mean,
Company.
it's
I should
literally-
go back.
It's literally soup. I'll go there.
Soup? Oh, you get soup. You don't get noodles.
Well, there's also
He
noodles.
gets
but
the
I like the soup more than the noodles actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big like noodle only person.
I get the butter noodles with the Parmesan
Butter
chicken and
noodles.
steak. So much protein. Tastes great. I'm game. It's good stuff.
I actually think their soup is top notch, as
Really?
opposed to I don't know any other soup places, maybe like Panera. So I can
Panera's
think
pretty
of.
good, actually.
Yeah.
Would you
we-
count Panera as a fast food?
Yeah.
I'd say
Dude,
so.
Panera's in my top 3 then.
I'd say it's a,
Really?
I'd say it's
Yeah.
a medium food.
I think it's solid. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
top.
maybe
10.
maybe I replace Five Guys with Panera. Yeah.
I'm
There
okay
we go.
with that.
That's-
I'm okay with that. It's
We've got a
cleaner.
new
I mean,
new
cleaner
ranking.
food.
I guess so. You're replacing like definitely overpriced food with okay, that's reasonable priced food. You know
It's
what
the
I
same
mean?
price.
That's
Just
fair.
One's a little higher quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be fine with paying $10 for a Panera sandwich, but $10 for a smash burger with I don't care how many toppings you can give me, it's not worth it.
This reminds me of
Fair,
something actually.
But when you
go
want
ahead.
like a really good greasy burger, like when you have the need for that one, Five Guys.
Oh yeah, Five Guys is the
guess.
one. Now here's the thing. This crossed my mind. Have you guys ever had Mr. Beast burger?
Nope.
Don't.
No.
Don't.
Give us the rundown.
It is more sauce than burger. They
Whoa.
put they cured blindness with these burgers because there was so much sauce on it, dude. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, pickle relish. Slap that on and just. Ugh.
It's like
It's
a
just
smoothie
wasn't
in
good.
your burger, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, it's like a smoothie. You said.
Yeah, it was just like I remember getting it with my roommate. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
Okay.
I got the grilled cheese too. Don't get the grilled cheese.
How do you mess up a grilled cheese?
I don't know.
It's
you
cold
just-
and soggy
Oh,
How's it soggy?
because we got it delivered,
that might
All right,
be
that
the
might be part of the
problem.
and it was a
problem.
rainy day, so the person might have
Oh,
messed it up.
may also
Okay.
be part of
All
the
right.
problem.
Yeah, probably that. But I mean, the burger was just like soup.
Okay.
Don't get that. Are there any other fast food takes that we want to make to end off the mic here before we segue into our conclusion?
Dude, I just don't be eating fast food enough.
I respect that. The dining hall low key be just
The dining hall is fantastic.
I-
You know,
dude, you know what's
listen,
crazy? I've been
hot
walking
take,
15
I
minutes.
enjoy the buffet food. I
Every single
really
day?
enjoy. Okay, not every single day.
Because
The dining hall doesn't have too many misses, right? They have a few hits, they have a few misses, but most of the time it's pretty mid. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
You need to wake up in time for breakfast at South.
Dude, no. Breakfast at Pollock. Monday mornings, breakfast at Pollock.
is better.
That's where it's
That's
at.
because
You get
Pollock only
you have
has
the best
breakfast.
eggs,
Yeah.
the bacon.
Have you had South eggs?
Yeah, they're the same.
No,
Aren't
dude.
all the eggs the same?
No, they're not. They're not. I go to West for Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Their eggs are just not good. North, their eggs are just not good. East, I don't even go there. That is
East is
never go there if you were not a freshman. But South, I go there every Tuesday. Those eggs are the best eggs I've ever had in my life.
Okay, well,
On
Alright,
God.
I'll head to
South
South
has
for
the best eggs.
breakfast Tuesday.
Also, South has the nicest host in the morning.
she does. She is nice.
She is so nice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she knows my name. I don't know her name, but shout out to her. She is so nice.
She is nice, and I remember
Yeah.
going to her just last semester. We woke up at like this is to take like the
Yeah,
220
yeah, this is
exam.
for the 220 exam.
And also for a few other exams that I just woke up early to study for. She'd be like taking an exam or something like that, like because that's the only thing you're waking up that early for.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you, because she would be like, good luck. I was like, you're understanding.
Yeah.
You should get paid
She'd be
more.
telling me about the weather. She'd be telling
that
me
too,
about
that too. Yeah.
how I need to like refund my money because
Oh.
I don't know how much
Oh,
I have.
snap.
Like she'd be telling me
No,
everything.
You're broke.
She's
No.
giving you
She
all the
said that I have
secrets.
too much in my account. I need to
Right,
like
right.
downgrade the meal plan. I went too hard.
Oh, I see.
Too many racks from the
No,
Nittany Invitational.
You just get level 1 is what you do. You know that,
Yeah, I'm
right?
pretty sure I got level 1. I don't
you
know
can't
though.
downgrade it any more than that.
I know that's
bud.
kind of that's
You
rough.
get level 1, and then once you run out, you put on a bunch of lion cash to go to the buffet, and it works as meal plan. You get the
should
same
do that.
discount.
Someone's cooking here.
Write that down. Write that down.
It's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Honestly, I think South is my favorite dining hall. This
Oh,
has kind of
far and
devolved
away.
into like a weird like sub conversation, but I like North because there's also I think his name's Daryl. He's cool. I like Daryl.
Daryl
He's
from
cool.
North.
He's a good host. He hasn't been working a lot. I wonder if he still has his job. I kind of miss that dude. He was cool. But the lady in South, I don't know her name. She's super nice. She always be like helping me out with
You
everything.
know who had a really good dining hall?
was that?
Rutgers had a good dining hall.
Yeah,
I
we
was
ran through that in
actually-
2 minutes.
What?
We ran through that entire dining hall in like 2 minutes.
I was surprised, and I was honestly upset. Their dining hall, well, to be fair, they probably have like they have multiple, but they have one per like campus location or
Like,
whatever.
they have like 4 sub campuses just for everyone that's not aware that
throughout.
campus
It's
is
really
terrible.
I would hate
Yeah,
this.
I would hate going
but
there.
you have to like travel across like highways and 15-minute drives
Ooh.
to get to the other part of campus. It's
It's
not like
abysmal.
one central campus like we have.
It's abysmal.
So yeah, you're next. Like you could have a class at let's say 10 a.m. and then you have to get to a campus halfway across town in 45 minutes or whatever.
There's no shot you have to play Frogger in between
Pretty
classes.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Don't go to. I don't get why people think that school is nice. But what were we talking about the
I
dining
will
hall?
say their dining hall is better than ours.
We were talking about South's dominance.
South
South's
has best
dominating
eggs.
presence.
Best eggs South all day every day. And don't even get me started on chicken parm. Man, I'm hungry
Chicken
now.
parm nights.
It's like midnight and I'm
Dude.
fiending for some chicken parm. God, man, what is this?
Okay. Are we just wrapping up? We're gonna keep talking for the next hour. If
We are gonna keep talking
we
for the
don't-
next hour. I mean, well, before we do wrap it up,
Okay.
is there anything that you want to part this podcast with? Anything about the future? Anything we've talked about so far that maybe you're like, man, I wish I would have said that. Is there anything that's leaving your mind?
I got one. We're
Okay,
gonna
go
thank
ahead.
George for setting up these
Absolutely.
cameras, setting up your microphone,
True.
helping us out with the Invitational because we didn't talk about that. George was awesome for the Invitational.
George is the man.
Yeah, George is the only reason any of this is happening.
He was
That
also.
too.
We're gonna have to figure
our
out how this
vice
is gonna happen
president
next
of
year.
marketing. Yep,
which
yeah,
we
yeah.
will figure out somehow or another.
But I'm thankful for the opportunities we've had because of George. So round of applause
Round of
for
applause
George.
for George.
For sure.
Let's get some comments for George if he decides to put
W's
this in.
for
He
George.
better put this in to the full cut.
Absolutely.
But
yeah, shout out to George.
I am confident that whether you like it or not, I'm gonna request that George comes back next year to help out with the event.
Oh,
If
we're
you're
not
available-
requesting. George, you're
you're
gonna come
definitely
back
coming.
next
You'll
year.
get paid. You'll
we'll
get
pay you.
compensated.
We'll,
of
we'll
course,
hire
we
you.
pay
It'll
you
be
however
official.
much you want.
But you will be here next year, yeah? I'll take
He
that as a
nodded.
yes.
He nodded. He was like, yeah,
got a
sure.
nod.
Understanding.
But yeah,
Following up on that, make sure y'all subscribe to twitch.tv/PazSwagger.
and also Penn State Esports
And Penn
that's
State
where,
Esports,
'cause
yeah,
that's
that
what
one
we're
too,
here for.
that
But
one
yeah,
too.
maybe give some love to me, Bobby. Go watch the. Are you gonna put up a new Schmurdatage?
Oh, on Twitter at DMT_OW.
New
I
Schmurdatage?
think the new
There we go.
Schmurdatage is gonna be like LAN, just stuff.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Schmurdatage.
me on LAN with other clips of like people on LAN. It's gonna be like it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be cool.
So yeah, as we wrap this up, if you want more content on the Nittany Invitational, we have a lot of recaps on the YouTube, which you will find through here because this will also be on YouTube. Again, biggest shout out to George.
Biggest
We
shout
can't
out
thank
to
him
George.
enough for all the work he's done for this club ever since he got here. Ever since I was here, I think my first conversation to get into this club was actually with George to do social media management. And that's how I'm here today and how I'm doing all this cool, fun stuff. And if you've listened to a bunch of random college kids talk for like an hour, we also appreciate you for all of your time. But if you guys don't have anything, this has been The Box. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.